everybody! Welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And I'm so excited because we're going to be reading books about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is getting really close. Now, Valentine's Day is a special day when we get to tell people how much we love them. And we get to give them cards and candy. It's a fun, fun day. And today I have a fun book. It's called The Runaway Valentine. The Runaway Valentine. This is a story about a little Valentine card who's sad because he's in the store and nobody picks him. So he decides to run away and find somebody. But some crazy things happen to him on his adventure. And we need to get inside this book and find out what happens to the Runaway Valentine. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up because here we go. The Runaway Valentine, written by Tina Casey, illustrated by Theresa Smythe. In the Big O-Matic card shop was a long, tall, gleaming golden rack full of the most beautiful, the most fabulous, the most, dare we say it, awesome Valentines you ever saw in your whole life. That's a big card shop with big Valentine cards. There were Valentine cards that could dance, Valentines that could sing, Valentines that could spell out your name in puffs of pink and purple smoke, and even Valentines that could pop up and plant a big one right on your kisser. The most gorgeous Valentine on the whole rack was a guy named Victor. He had the lace, the glitter, the sparkles, and he could sing 20 different love songs when you pushed a secret button on his belt. He had everything. It says Valentine's Day, February 14th. And Victor says, I'm the best. Everything, that is, except for maybe a little patience. On Valentine's Day, bright and early in the morning, Victor was ready. Me first, he shouted, me first. Somebody's gonna buy me because I am the best Valentine of all time. Victor was so excited, he cut to the front of the rack, elbowed another Valentine aside, lost his balance, and fell. Ah! Yikes! Oh no, Victor was too impatient and he fell off the card rack. Rats! The shopkeeper didn't notice him. His broom swept Victor under the rack into a pile of dust. All day long, Victor sat under the rack, waiting. Someone would notice him sooner or later. How could they miss? But by mid-afternoon, almost all the other Valentines were gone. Oh, somebody will please pick me up soon. I know they will, he said out loud. Victor's just waiting for someone to pick him up off the floor. Are you kidding? Said a big shiny Valentine. It had a built-in light-up mirror, and it was sitting right over Victor. Have you taken a good look at yourself lately? Victor looked up and saw his reflection. He was a mess. There was dust in his lace and there was grit in his glitter. His secret button had popped off and he couldn't sing, not even a note. But Victor wasn't ready to give up. Oh, what's a little dust and grit, he said. There must be somebody out there who wants me. Victor brushed himself off, hiked up his lace, and marched out of the store. Actually, Valentines can't march. The only way they can move quickly is by turning cartwheels. So he did a kind of marching cartwheel out the store. Victor's headed out of the store. He's sure somebody's going to pick him up. Victor cartwheeled all the way down the block, but nobody picked him up. Finally, he had to stop. A big puddle of icy cold water blocked the way. He was tired, bent, and tattered. Oh, look what I did to my corners, he moaned. But somebody must still want me. Just then, a girl picked him up. Hey, this is great, she said. She very gently and carefully bent Victor into kind of a scoop shape. She used him to push a big, beautiful marble out of the puddle. Oh no, I don't think that's what Victor had in mind. There you are, she said, giving the marble to her little brother. Now keep it in your pocket until we get there. She dropped Victor back where she had found him. Now I'm soaked from here to there, and I'm all curvy in the wrong places, Victor wailed. But somebody must still want me. Just then, a boy picked him up. Oh, this is terrific, he said. He very gently and carefully tore off Victor's lace. Oh, no! He used it to tie a broken strap on his backpack. This ought to hold it until I get there, he said. He dropped Victor back where he had found him. My beautiful lace is all gone, Victor cried, but somebody must still want me. Just then, a woman picked him up. Oh, this is wonderful, she said. Is she going to take Victor home? She very carefully and gently tore off the wet part. Then she went into a phone booth and made a call. Oh, okay, I have a piece of paper now, she said, and she started to write all over Victor with a pen. That's 3 blocks down Main, 2 blocks to Dallas, number 612. Oh, that's easy to remember. I'll be there in a flash. She dropped Victor back where she had found him. She just wanted to write a note on Victor, and he's like, be careful, lady. I'm covered with graffiti, sniffed Victor, but somebody must still want me. Just then, a man picked him up. Oh, this is fine, he said. He very gently and carefully folded Victor into a little square. What's he going to do? Oh! He tucked him into the back of his shoe. That blister was really hurting me, he said. This ought to make it feel all right until I get there. Ugh! I can hardly breathe in here, said Victor. The man walked 3 blocks down to Main to the light, turned right, and went 2 blocks to Dallas. He stopped in front of a big apartment building, and Victor is stuck in his shoe. Looked pretty silly showing up with an old piece of cardboard in my shoe, he said. He pulled Victor out and dropped him under a bush. Oh, I'm all wrinkly and creased and smudged and frazzled, said Victor. But somebody must still want me. Just then, a little squirrel came along. Oh, no. Oh, hey, this is lovely, said the squirrel, and she began to nibble all around Victor's edges. She nibbled and nibbled until she had gathered a big pile of cardboard fluff. This will make my nest all warm and toasty, she said. I'll come back for the rest later. Oh, Victor's just a torn piece of paper. There was nothing left of Victor but a little round piece of pink cardboard covered with red glitter that wasn't even enough left for him to cry. Nobody will want me, he thought to himself. I'm no good for anything anymore. Maybe if I'm lucky, some aunt will take me home and use me for a coffee table. Oh, poor Victor. He's very, very discouraged. Just then a little girl picked him up. Hey, this is perfect, she said. She carried Victor into the big apartment building. She carried him all the way up to the 6th floor on the elevator. She opened the door to number 6H and went inside very, very quietly. She carried Victor into the kitchen and put him on the table. She took out a big pair of scissors and a bottle of glue. Victor was afraid to look. From a secret spot in the bottom of the drawer, she took out a little valentine that she had made all by herself. She very gently and carefully trimmed Victor into the shape of a heart and pasted him right in the middle. She's going to use Victor for a valentine. Then she carried the valentine into the room with all the people. Look, there's the boy with the backpack, the lady who rode on him, the girl who gave the brother the marble, and the man who needed him in the shoe. And there's the little girl. Happy Valentine's, Grandma, she said to her grandmother. Oh, and everyone said it was the greatest, most terrific, finest, most wonderful, loveliest, and by far the best Valentine they had ever seen in their whole entire lives. And Victor smiled and said, Yep, I've still got it. Wow, that was really special. Oh my, so much happened to that little Valentine. He was not happy in the store and he fell on the floor, and then somebody took him outside and he got all ripped up, and people kept taking little parts of him, and then the little girl found him and he thought for sure he would never be a good Valentine. But she got them all decorated up and gave to her grandma, and it was the best Valentine ever. I love this book. I love how happy the grandma was and how nice it was of the little girl to fix up the Valentine. That was really, really special. You know, Valentine's Day is a great, great time to tell people how much you love them and to do something special for them. And you don't need to go to the store and buy a card. You can make a card for your mom or dad, or for your grandma or grandpa, or for your teacher, anybody that you love and that loves you. Valentine's Day is a lot of fun, and it's a special day to remember the people that we love. Now, we should be telling them we love them every day, but Valentine's Day is just a day we set aside just to say, I love you. I wish I could send a Valentine to you because you're one of my favorite Valentines. And I hope on this Valentine's Day, you'll be extra special good and show extra special love to all the people that love you. You know what I want to do tonight as we get ready for Valentine's Day? I want to say a special prayer for all the people that you love. Would you say a prayer with Miss Dorothy tonight? All right, fold your hands and close your eyes. Dear God, thank you for my friends. Thank you that they keep coming back night after night to hear the stories. Thank you that we get to be friends. Please let them know how much Miss Dorothy cares about them and watch over them and help them to remember that on Valentine's Day, they should really, really show their mom and dad, and their grandma and their grandpa how much they love them and help them to remember how much you love them too. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, my little Valentine, off to bed. I need you to get under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And remember tomorrow, remember to wake up and say, Mom, Dad, I love you. Do it every day, not just on Valentine's Day. And there's one other thing you need to do every day. Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.